Hello, so today I'm going to do a lighter video on basically the Zippo inserts that you can get that turn them into jet lighters. So as you can see, that's not a standard Zippo insert. If I just hold this with the left hand, then I can light it easier. It's got a push, push piezo button for a dual jet lighter system, which is pretty cool. So these are very simple. Basically what you buy is the insert for a Zippo. So I'll pull that out, which is actually quite difficult with one hand. Yeah, I didn't think this through. Right, okay, here we go. So what this is basically Zippo now make their own official jet lighter inserts. Now, for quite a while there were third-party ones, and I'd heard mixed things about the quality control on them, and some brands are really expensive, like $30 to $50 or pounds for the inserts. But it turns out Zippo now do their own for about £20 in the UK. I imagine it's probably $20 to $25 in the US. So what you do is you get your standard Zippo lighter with obviously the case, and you remove the classic Zippo windproof design. And obviously the main problem with these is the fuel evaporates out of them really fast. So as cool as the Zippo design is, you know, it's a bit annoying having fuel evaporation constantly. So what you do is you buy one of these that comes in a little Zippo case. You fill it with butane, and you can see at the bottom there's also a plus and minus. So basically that's where you can adjust, how big the jets are. It's design-wise exactly the same shape as a regular Zippo sort of insert, so it fits all the regular Zippo lighters. You can have the case kept open by that bit there, same as the other designs. There's the back. But yeah, basically it's a pretty standard design. Obviously, if you're using one of these, you want to put decent quality butane into it, because of the problem you'll get with jet lighters is they clog up, and if you're buying a nice one like this that costs a lot more than a lot of disposable lighters, you don't want to clog it up and have it become useless. In theory, you can obviously use this without a case at all, but obviously it's nicer to have it in the case. So yeah, as I said, it's pretty standard. All you do, get your case. When you've taken your other Zippo bit out, just slot that in. There we go. And then it's ready to go. I have no idea yet how long a full tank of this will last. The fuel, it didn't come filled, so I put obviously my own butane into it. But it makes it a lot more practical. As I said, I've quit smoking now, so I don't need one of these for smoking purposes. But it is, really cool having an actual jet lighter insert for the Zippos, and I think they do quite a few now. Because obviously Zippo finally figured out that maybe they'd sell more bits, if they actually made more modern lighter designs. So I love the fact that, it goes in a classic Zippo case, but it's actually a practical modern lighter design. So I think they do standard soft flame butane ones. These jet ones, I think, with different amounts of nozzles. Obviously 2 nozzles is pretty good. I think there's even electric arc ones. Obviously I'll have to check which ones are proper Zippo ones and which ones are kind of third-party ones. But this being a proper Zippo one is absolutely fine and works really well. So if you want to get one of these, you can literally just get them off amazon.co.uk in the UK. And I said I think it was between about £20 and £25 if I remember. They had slightly different versions at different prices. But yeah, it came the next day after ordering it. And I said it's really nice. So apologies for the slightly shiny light there. That's because I've got the light on the phone, so it actually records a bit better. But yeah, there you go. If you like Zippos and actually want to modernise one, you can get the official Zippo inserts now, for different lighter style designs, which is actually really, really practical, because obviously standard Zippo lighters are a bit, annoying, as said, because you have to refill them like every week to 2 weeks because of the fuel evaporation due to standard lighter fuel. So, basically you pull this out your old Zippo, put this one in, and then you've got a much more modern butane lighter. And again, although I imagine being a jet lighter, I know you can adjust the flame, but being a jet lighter with a flame that big for 2 ports, it'll probably run through the butane fairly quickly. I know you can turn it down, but still, the fact is, it's not running down when you're not using it. Unlike one of these, where I find, I get about a week's worth of fuel out of it, even if I'm lifting the felt thing up, filling it to capacity, closing the felt again. I know there are things you can do with little rubber washers and that to make these last longer, but in all honesty, this is way more practical and cool. So, if you want to have a classic Zippo, but actually make it a bit more practical, these are lovely, lovely inserts. And as you can see, from that sort of angle, they don't look very different. They've got sort of a fake windproof design there. It's not that easy to see with the light shining on it, but basically those holes don't actually go all the way through. It's just to make it look more like a classic Zippo, you know, from the side. But really the only difference is obviously that, I mean, other than the fact one's a jet lighter, one's a fuel lighter, is that that has a striking wheel, whereas that one has piezoelectric ignition. It's kind of a shame they couldn't have done a striking wheel, but I suppose you don't have to replace the flints this way. And by the time the piezoelectric system's probably gone, the internal lighter's probably got quite clogged anyway, just due to butane residue. So there you go, a pretty cool thing.